Hi, I'm Robin Drake, and this is how I do back tracings. So we've got this horse standing here. His head is straight in front of his body. He's basically square. And I've got my FlexiCurve, and I'm going to take measurements on his back and then trace them onto a manila file folder. So the FlexiCurve can be purchased at like art supply stores usually, sometimes office supply stores, or you can contact me and I can send you a whole little kit. This is his original back tracing from about 2 years ago. So this is the withers tracing. The middle one is the base of the withers here. And this flatter one is where his last rib is, T18. And then we have a contour, which is his top line contour with a drop. And I'll show you what that means in a minute. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure things don't fly away. And I'm going to take his withers tracing measurement. So this is the measurement that I use to determine how wide the tree points need to be. And I'm pressing it down on him. I want it to be basically perpendicular to the ground, but a little bit this way or that way doesn't make much difference. The important thing is that you get it into this sweet spot. He's easy to see where the top of his scapula is, and the back of it is right here. So I want to put my FlexiCurve about 2 fingers behind that point. Every horse has a little bit of a sweet spot where a saddle's going to just sort of naturally go to when it's put on. Sometimes that's 2 fingers, sometimes it's 1 finger, sometimes it's 3. If you'll get a sense for your own horse, kind of where things are at the narrowest is basically what you're looking for. But the 2 finger rule is a good place to start. So I've got this, and it feels pretty good. So I'm just going to take it off by the top. I'm remembering that this was the left side, this was the right side, because I don't want to transpose those. I'm going to line it up at the top and get it kind of as straight as I can. Don't worry about that too much if it's a little cocked one side or another. And I'm going to trace over so we can see how he's changed. So you can see he's much narrower now than he used to be. And now I'm going to check the base of his withers. So I'm just going where the slope of his withers meets the flatter part of his back, and we just call that the base of the withers. Getting this point exact is not important. This just gives me a general contour of what his back shape. Good boy. So you can see he's kind of like clenching his back muscles right now, just because it feels funny what I'm doing. So I've got this one. I'm going to transfer this just like I did the other one. So his mid back tracing hasn't really changed very much. And now for T18. And the way that you find T18 is you find the last rib. So you come in here and you find that last rib, you kind of follow it up. And it kind of comes at a little bit of a curve towards his head. And I'm just going to mark it there. And again, this does not have to be exact. I'm just looking for the general topology of his back. So now I've marked that. Now I'm going to do his top line contour. He's got a nice prominent withers, so it's easy to see. So here's where I took that first measurement, and I'm going to place my finger there. Go, buddy. I'm going to let him settle up again. Okay. And now I can still see kind of where I traced that T18. And I grab it right there, pick it up. These are pretty stiff, so it'll hold its shape, and transfer it to my paper. So I'm going to line it up back here at the back part. And so he's actually, his back was a little straighter before. He's got a little bit more curve to his back right now. And now I'm going to show you how to do the drop. And what the information the drop gives me is how deep of a rear panel I need for this horse when I'm choosing what model of saddle to try on him. So he's very uphill, so I need a really deep rear panel. So I just kind of mark it like that. Again, doesn't have to be anywhere near exact. It's just going to give me an idea. So I lay it on the paper like that. Some people use levels and get a little bit more sophisticated about it, but the information we get from this particular measurement is mostly so I can choose what type of saddle. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay, and that's how you do a back tracing Robin Drake style. Thank you.